got me hot. Yeah. Got me hot.
We're brothers, we're happy and we're singing and we're colored. Give me a high five.
Welcome to another edition of Bro Talk Live, the best show on late night for you by us. Bro Talk, we're always on the market. It's your main man, Jason, in the director's seat as usual. Thank you for joining us for another week of the incredible show known as Bro Talk. Let's kick it over to my main man, Dex. What up, bro?
Dexter Stuckey here, super excited to be here with my boy Jason Daly, the road dog, Jason Daly, the badass Dexter Stuckey.
Cringe. Do you have a story?
I actually did not have a story today, but I wanted to give a shout out to Distinct Loyalty, which is the sponsor of the shirt that I'm wearing. And also, I want to throw it back to Jason because I want you guys to see the shirt that he's wearing because I think you guys would love it.
To be a black artist is to be a revolution. That's from the Black
Here
Arts.
for it. But I will say, though, before the show starts, I was going to give this out as a C, but I'm going to go ahead and just say it now. I have beef with the CDC, and I want the Beef of the Year nomination to be Dexter Stuckey versus the CDC at next week. Jason, they're full of crap. Like they're ridiculous. Like I literally feel like a crazy person when I talk about this because I'm like, I literally told my friends the other day, I said, I think the coronavirus was a hoax at this point because, like, 1 week they're like, wear your mask, get the vaccinations, and next week they're like, don't worry about the mask anymore. Like, just
it's so annoying.
I don't like that. It just feels very
Desperate, rushed.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of because then when they put the statements out, they almost pretend like they say like if you've been vaccinated, you don't got to wear a mask and all that stuff. If you're until you get vaccinated, but you pretend like all these people in this world are telling you, I'm not going to do it. So it's just kind of like we're just going to pretend like those people don't exist.
We're going to pretend like we don't hear them. They're just going to exist beside us and continue to infect, people all over the place. Shout out to Will. Hey, Will, how are you? Crickets. Shout out to Ty. Ty, welcome to the show. Okay, good for them. Okay, so I think
man, why are you not saying nothing?
I guess. Oh, there goes Ty. Hi, Ty.
Hey guys.
Welcome to the show. You're a second too late. If you would have been like literally 3 seconds faster, you would have got me. Welcome to the show.
With what?
I
was calling you. I was checking where you were at.
Oh,
okay. Do you have anything to say while you adjust your screen in real time?
Hi everybody. This is my office, and I love this spot in my house because it's very comfortable. And
there you go.
Wait,
no, the other way.
And these are all my degrees on the wall, and this is my green screen.
Amen.
Hi everybody. Welcome to what I call my multi-purpose room. Sorry that I'm a little bit late.
Not you trying to filibuster as if you weren't the one that we were covering for. We don't need that.
Today we have a very special guest. We actually have a couple of special guests, one coming later. But the first one is our esteemed guest of the day, a brand new author of a book called Just the Two of Us, a guide for single dads raising their daughters, is none other than my mentor, the guy that got me into all this stuff. Kelson, what's up, man?
What up, Jason? How y'all doing?
We're doing great, man. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. I saw like y'all officially had a little intro and everything. Then I saw some white guy. I knew that was you, Jason.
Oh.
I knew it was you.
You got me out of here already. So we're not gonna have none of this foolishness. We're gonna be talking about Kelson's book, Just the Two of Us. If you have any questions for Kelson, throw them in the chat. We are going to say hello to some of the people in the chat already. Shout out to Dion. Shout out to Woodard. Vance said we in here. Kat said the CEC is so annoying. Agreeing with you, Dex.
Just real quick though, I just want to say happy birthday, Kelson, happy birthday, Jason, happy birthday, Rashika, happy birthday, Vance. Like this has been a birthday like season. Like it's amazing.
Hardcore season.
Yeah, it's the best.
Yeah, the best.
So the only thing that matters.
Well, I just said happy birthday, so say thank you. Like I don't need all that back and forth.
Right.
I guess. Thanks, yes. Put some respect on this, the zodiac sign, okay?
And I have this thing about Taurus. I've never met a Taurus who was not mean. Y'all are all so damn mean for no reason.
No, we're not mean. We just don't play.
We don't have time for the foolishness.
Yeah.
Oh, what is what does the Taurus do? Shout out. That's what I'm
Taurus
talking about.
gang.
Gang, gang. That's what I am talking about. Kelson's book, Just the Two of Us, you can pre-order it today
Yep.
on purposepublishingcompany.com/Kelson, and we'll tell you a little bit more about it so you can know whether or not you want to order it.
Well, no, you want to.
So, Kel, when you were thinking about writing a book, I just want to get into your mindset, like just from the jump. Like, did you write this book out of frustration? Was it like anger? Did you have something to prove? Like, what made you actually sit down and say, "Hey, I want to write a book about my experience as a single father"?
At first, it was like because we always hear from the point of view of single mothers, like the struggles, the things they go through. And it's not too often where you hear from the dad's point of view. So I wanted to give a female the experience for guys, and then I know there's other single dads out there that may be struggling, want somebody to talk to, connect to. So hopefully the book is giving them some, a relief. Like, yo, I can relate to you. I know what you went through. I feel. You know what I'm saying? It's like a connection and a way to start the whole conversation, get it going. And also for me, it was therapy, because when the first version of the book, I was definitely angry, but as I talked to my publicist and was talking to like my therapist, I did go speak with therapists. It was like, okay, I got it out. Let's change it, because you don't want to bash, and I don't want to bash because it's my child's mother. You know what I'm saying? We're still trying to co-parent, so but at the same time, it's important for me to get my story and tell my truth.
Absolutely.
Have you got a reaction from your child's mother? Like, how does she feel about the book?
I don't know. She hasn't said anything to me about it.
You're not looking necessarily for any approval or denial off of that.
It's not that. I just know it was done in a respectful way. I'm always going to have respect for her because, like I said, she is my ex-wife and also the mother of my child. But I was this I had to tell it because it's bigger than me. Because like the stories I've get from people reaching out to me, like, yo, I know you was going through this. I was going through this. You guys can advise me about this. I'm like, God, what you doing? It's important. It's important because we're just getting the conversation started.
Absolutely.
So it's very uncommon for when a divorce happens, like the man to get the child. Or I say it's uncommon because I feel like I don't normally see that. So do you feel like you're at an advantage or a disadvantage because you're a man who got the child?
I'm going to say I was at it's advantage.
Okay.
But I think because I am a man, I don't know about to be a little girl, be a woman.
Yeah.
So like having to go through the potty training situation and just being not so hard for a little girl, you know what I'm saying? Because you got to be. It's different if it's like a little boy, I would think, versus it being a little girl. You got to be a little bit softer for them and stuff like that.
Right.
Absolutely. So you know how to do hair. You be doing plaits and all that.
Stuff. He be posting all that stuff on Instagram.
Yeah. And I also talk about it in my book.
Are you giving like little recipes on like what to do?
No, I ain't go that deep, but I just told you because a lot of folks like I'll post pictures of my child. And a lot of folks don't believe that I do her hair. Like, no, I really do. Like, I watched YouTube videos I talk about my book, My Village, and they gave me advice and gave me stuff to get. So it's real.
What's the Ty and I both have kids. We both have daughters as well. So there's 3
girl dads.
Yes, right. No shade to you. I wasn't trying to say.
Ty and I just ask your question. Like, you don't got to.
We gotta be specific. And some people in the struggle, some people ain't.
What are some things that you think are like things that women or maybe dads who have a wife in the house to help take care of the baby, what do they kind of not really think about when they think about being a single father? Like what are some type of things that you run into that are different, I would say, from when you were married and living in the house with the kid and with the wife and you had help?
I think one of the main things for me, anyway, I can definitely say that, and Jason and Ty, you may can relate that women, believe it or not, us men, we do have feelings. We have feelings.
Absolutely.
So even though we have feelings, even though we're supposed to have this hard shell and not supposed to have feelings, we do have feelings. So I think, like, for me, like some of the dark days for me, because we were going through a pandemic,
Right.
But the divorce was finalized in December of 2019. So like around Thanksgiving, when all this shit started happening, it was like start going downhill for me. So then when
And just so the people know, your daughter was made like 1.5, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because she just turned 1 in that early that year. So it's like the divorce finalized, you know, moving, separating out of the house we had built, to me moving back into Baltimore and just trying to raise a child, go through a pandemic, and then also still deal with my emotions from my failed marriage. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it was a lot for me. So I had like a lot of dark days. And so this book was one of the outlets I used to get my frustrations out.
Ty, you got a question?
Yeah, I just like
I was letting you go. I was just letting you go.
Yeah, I just like the fact that the message is getting out there. People are really out here. Men are out here being dads. You know,
Yes.
dads, married dads. I know there's a lot of stuff like that I'll do, and people be like, "Oh yeah, I guess your wife did that." I'm like, "No, I handled it."
Right, like back up, relax. Like I did this.
Yeah, like I did it. But you know, people just assume that if you're with somebody, you're not doing anything. Like you're just, you know, kind of playing in the background. But I like the fact that you're just kind of putting out there, like people are really out here raising these kids. What is the main thing you want people to walk away with after reading your book?
The main thing I would want people to get away with is, no matter what your situation is with your significant other, your child's mother or child's father, that no matter where you guys are, you gotta put all that bullshit to the side, and the child has to be first, no matter what. Gotta be first.
When your daughter reads this book, like in 20 years or so, when she reads it, like what message?
20 years, she can read before then. You know.
Like read it and like understand it and really want to have a conversation. When she reads it and she like wants to have a conversation with you about it, like what do you think that, like what's the message or the takeaway that you want her to have from it?
Like I said, because in the book I wrote a poem to my daughter. Also wrote her I wrote a letter to my daughter as well. I think I started off by saying, "Yo, it's not your fault," you know, because I don't, whatever if differences her mother and I had.
Yeah.
Of course, now we're trying to do our best to try to co-parent, but it's not your fault.
And you really didn't. I actually went through that. My mom died when I was 3 months. So my dad remarried a couple of times and stuff like that. And then my both actually my stepmoms ended up leaving my dad. And you know, you do feel like something like, hey, maybe the reason was I was in the way, or you know, something like that. So that is important, I guess. Actually, not even I guess, it is important for kids to realize that they're not necessarily really a factor in situations like that. You know, they're actually the reason you try to stay together. You realize that once you get married, they're the reason you try to stay together in the long run. So that's really important. Bill, did you have a question for Kelson? Welcome to the show, Bill.
Well, I'm all late as usual. So today was election day in Philadelphia, so I was busy working. But I don't have a question, and in so much as I just want to congratulate you on your book and the story that it tells. I think it's a
hold on. When you do this whole little preacher voice, you can totally tell that you're BSing.
Y'all know I'm really not though. Like I can't congratulate Kelson. Like, what do you mean?
No, because we've known about this for 2 weeks now. So like it took you 2. No, you know what? We're not gonna do that. Me and you.
What have I been doing the last 2 weeks?
I'm not gonna let him talk for real.
No, they not, because they nasty little hussies. But that's okay, you little hussies. I got your numbers. Hus.
Kelson wants to hear the message.
Let me ask a question.
Yeah, I want to hear the question.
They want to hear author to author.
Woman to woman, cat to cat.
Well, hold up, Kelson. Is just to get this on the table? Is your book longer than 50 pages?
A little bit. It's like 100 pages.
Okay,
he's been married and he has a child. His book, of course, it's longer than.
Well, how about? Because we're comparing it to Will's book. So how about
don't
6 pages?
We're not going down this path.
Is that considered a book or a pamphlet?
You don't even have to answer that because Dex can't read. So
maybe like a PDF.
Yeah, more like.
Y'all have a good night.
But Kelson, I do have a question for you though. So lately on social media, I think, especially during the pandemic and quarantine, I noticed that you were into cooking and you're going out to different restaurants to find different things.
You were lying. I was not going to no restaurant.
You literally were just at a restaurant this past weekend looking for crab.
You said during the pandemic. The pandemic's toward the end, so
the pandemic is still going on right now.
Let the specific dates, please.
Okay, well, recently you were just on the search for crab cakes, but I was trying to bring it to the point that you made an online cooking class called Cooking with Kelson, where you make different
Cooking with
Kels, yeah, get it, branding, get it correct.
It's trademarked.
You see where I get it from, Dex? Do you see where I get it from now? Like
Cooking with Kels on social media, and he has cooking classes. Do you think being a single father brought that side out of you, or was that something that was always in you?
You know, because I always liked to cook. Like when in my marriage, I was the one, the cooker. You know what I'm saying? So and then you also hear people say, "Oh, my wife doesn't cook," or you hear people say, "I don't like to cook." And all I cook is warming up an Alfredo can, from the store. so a few things is going on. My goal was I wanted people to learn how to cook.
Yeah.
And then we're going through the pandemic. Some of your favorite restaurants were closing, and you had people that were bored at home. So what can we do? You get to save some money. You get to stay busy. And you get to learn how to cook some of your favorite food, some of your favorite restaurants.
Now,
that was my goal with Cooking with Kels.
And I will say one of my coworkers, Cappuccino, who is he actually takes the classes and sends me pictures and talks about how good the cooking classes are. So guys, if you are looking to spruce up your kitchen lifestyle, follow him on social media. It's Cooking with Kels, and he always does different, it's through Zoom and everything like that. And you tell him what to buy, you make it, and you really do learn how to cook through him.
All right, back to the book.
Listen. It's all under Kelsworth Entertainment, so we good. So the book, the cooking.
Dex, I appreciate all of your.
It's okay, because next week I'll get in when Will gets in.
Don't do that.
We're vibing together.
The book, Just the Two of Us, is available. Purchase publishing company.com/Kelson. You can pre-order it now. Comes out on June 7th. Question. So did your relationship or your experience as a child, Bill, you're not here, as a child growing up, influence, the way that you treat Blake and the way that you're in her life and, how much energy and passion you give to the role of being a father?
I would have to say, because both my parents died when I was 10 and 11.
Oh, wow. Back to back like that.
Yeah. And then I think from, me being a single parent and, Blake not being able to be around both our parents every day, I think because of that, I don't know if you can even say overdo it, but I give her everything, as far as love. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't ever want her to feel like, I wasn't loved enough. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, I do by her everything, but as far as love, I'm always hugging her, kissing her, and just giving her everything I can. That's my baby. It's weird because even when she does go with her mother or I'm at work or something, I had separation anxiety because we're together every day, all day for the most part. And so when she's not here, Blake, what you doing? Wait, so. Yeah. So I guess my childhood would have said I definitely it definitely plays on how I love on my daughter.
Ty, what time do you get put your daughter to bed?
Lord,
at night,
multiple times a night. My daughter, she's a terrible sleeper. So
your daughter's 2.5, right?
Yeah, she's 2.5. She's a terrible sleeper. So I still struggle with it personally, but it's not about me.
Do you give life hacks in that book?
I didn't hear you.
I was asking Kelson, does he give life hacks in his book?
Look, I took what works for me, and when I do her hair, Blake, she busy, and so but I learned, you know what? I know keep it still. Give it long. She got her snacks and her iPad or her iPhone. We good.
I feel you. I mean, because I'm with Ty. My daughter, Bella goes to bed when she's ready. There's it'll be 11:30 at night and she's dozing off, and it's just I need some advice. So I was
everybody has their routines, and I'm trying to stick to my little routine, and then I'll be yes, and then she'll be I hear them little feet.
Exactly.
See, for me, I never really had that issue because Blake she's been going, I would say, because we moved out, I would say by like 8:30, so almost for 2 years now. She sleep by 8:30, and she sleeps to like, well, now because it be light as hell early in the morning, she's up at like 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning, and she sleeps all night. Now sometimes she'll wake up and she'll come get in my bed, but for the most part she sleeps all night, and that just for me that comes from routine. Like every night before she go to bed, we're having a bath, we're reading the book, we're gonna say our prayers, and you go to bed. Not to say that she's not going to call me 11 times. Dad, I want a hug. Dad, I want this,
Not
but some days,
girl.
listen, some days you gotta, reach for that melatonin. Like,
it's not the Benadryl, but the
That's what people
melatonin.
been saying. I'm like, I'm not comfortable with that, y'all.
yeah. You gotta know your child was good for your child. I don't use it. I have used it before, but it's not like an everyday thing for me.
I do have one more question that's not book or child related, but I would be crazy not to acknowledge the plaques that are behind you. I see there's a Cardi B, and I see some other artists back there. You're very well connected within the music industry, so I'm just curious, if you were to pull out your phone right now, who's the most famous person in your phone book right now?
Oh, God, you can't disclose that.
The most famous? I'm probably going to say the boss lady, Miss H.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
That's yeah. Do you have Mary's number?
Maybe. So
Well, do you have Portia Williams' number? Because I got some questions for her.
Well, you're probably too young for her. It's like some old.
Old and rich, right?
Yeah.
Once again, you can pre-order the book today. Releases on June 7th. Just the two of us, single fathers, or a guide for single dads raising their daughters.
Together, thank you.
You can follow him on Instagram at Urban Informer and on Facebook at Vernon Kelson. Yeah. Thanks, Kels, for joining us for the interview. We're gonna keep you on for a little bit. We're gonna do a little news because if you don't know, I used to do a blog with Kelson. Actually, I used to write for his blog. It wasn't my blog. It's called UrbanInformer.com. That is his name. And we used to cover all of this crazy stuff. So let's get into the news. All right. So we don't have much this week because we had an interview and everything like that. So we only have one thing from the basket of deplorables. If you don't know what the basket of deplorables is, Kels, is our name for everything Republican related. Also, things that happen at the BS Factory.
The Bullshit Factory, also known as Fox News.
There you go. So this week on the BS Factory is actually on Newsmax and not Fox News. Listen to how they talk about having guns. Bill and Ty actually want your reaction on what Miss Congresswoman Lauren Boebert had to say, since you guys are proud gun-toting gun owners.
Actual bravery looks like when you stand up to the tyranny in this country. We thank you, Congresswoman. We have 20 seconds left. Here's my question, and it's such an important one. Were you concealed carrying during the Liz Cheney vote? Were you concealed carrying in the Biden speech? Are you concealed carrying now? You must let us know.
So I am in my office, so I don't have to conceal anything in here. But in the congressional complex, I am my own security all throughout the complex until I get into Pelosi's house. It's certainly not the people's house. Right there in the House chambers where we have to go through the metal detectors. But maybe one day when I'm Speaker of the House, my first action will be to take those metal detectors and use them as target practice.
Complete maniacs. Complete maniacs. Actually, what though?
I'm here. It's like the Wild West. Bang, bang, shoot them up. I'm here for it. I'm not. A good old fashioned bull never hurt anybody.
I'm not one of those type of gun owners. I'm not with her. I'm not with her. So yeah, I get it. I do believe in gun rights. I do think the country's gun laws are a little off. However, she's crazy.
She's crazy as hell. She's crazy as hell.
Crazy. I don't want crazy people having. I don't like to use the word crazy, so let me not.
No, she's crazy.
She's not all there.
Kelson, how do you feel about a Congresswoman having a gun up in your face in the middle of Congress?
Well, I think just and Congress, no, I don't think it's appropriate, but I think you got to realize, speaking of the gun laws, that they need to, I guess, tighten it because everyone shouldn't have a gun.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because we hear every day
Access to it, yeah.
They have access to a gun. Not to say that people shouldn't have access to protect themselves in their home and protect their family, because I wholeheartedly agree that they should. But better checks and balance system.
That's right. That's all we've been saying, right, Dex? That's it.
Yeah, I'm not against a lot of the reform that they have.
To the Dex.
I'm not against that stuff. But I'm sorry, Dex, go ahead.
No, it's fine. I mean, I don't like guns at all. Like, I mean, I do think
I don't like them.
if we were going to,
how was that? Do that little hand thing again?
I don't like them.
All right, Dex, we're never going to win this argument. We're never going to win.
Ty, Ty. Go ahead.
So y'all think you should be able to protect your family and stuff?
It's not that I don't think that you should be able to protect your family, but I think a lot. Like Ty has an AR-15, and I don't think that he needs. And Will has a bazooka, and I don't think you need to have a bazooka in the trunk of your Mercedes. Like I just don't think that that's necessary.
Like Bill went over to visit Dex, and he had like a whole machine gun on him.
Yes.
For no reason.
And he told me, he said, like, wait a second so I can put my gun up. And he started unscrewing it. He started twisting stuff around, loading all these bullets out, put it in a briefcase. It was a lot going on.
Not even his house.
Well, I hope he had a license for it. Not you guys not snitching. Y'all snitching me right here.
Guess what?
I definitely got a license for my gun.
Not only do I have a license, I got to carry it because Dex can't fight.
But Dexter's also 33 years old, so he's not going to be fighting anybody.
So when
Yes,
somebody
dude.
people give him over because he can't. He's scary.
The three of us were out talking the other day, right? And some dude rolls up on us in a trench coat and Dex behind us.
Hold on, we got to hear the story.
Dex slid right behind us just in case. He didn't step out up front talking about he got hands. All that stuff was out the window. And we saw somebody in a trench coat rolling up on you with that long hair, looking a little off.
Dex, what I say? We do security. We hire security.
Can I be honest? Can I be honest with you? I was out with Will and Ty, and this woman literally walked over in a pea coat because she was cold. And Will and Ty both pulled out their guns, like, "Bet you better shoot me." And then I went behind him, like, "Oh my God, don't shoot the lady!" What? It was insane. I've never seen anything like it in my life.
That's. I assure you, that's not how it happened.
Yeah.
Said, oh my God, they're going to shoot us and jump behind us because he couldn't fight. That's what happened.
Kelson, do you know the Up Dance by Cardi B?
Not at all.
Okay, well,
when I see it, I recognize it, but I don't know it like it.
Okay. Well, just follow along with us. We're going to do it right now. It's time for the updates.
Oh Lord.
Then it's up, then it's up, then it's stuff. If it's up, then it's up, then it's up, then it's stuff. Up, then it's up. If it's up, then it's stuff. If it's up, then it's up, then it's up, then it's stuff.
There it is. You're broke, Kel.
I don't think that's it.
Oh, that's it. That's it.
That's not it.
That's not the one that you know.
Yeah.
You know not of it.
I don't think the Barty gang would approve of that.
Like, let me just put it out there that Kelson was on the show one time and did the dance. Somebody else was on the show every week and they yet to give us the dance.
Oh, Ty, you haven't given us a dance yet?
Ty, we need the dance.
You don't need that from me.
We told you last week Nicki Minaj was releasing a song called Fractions. We didn't know she'd be releasing her mixtape Beam Me Up Scotty along with it. Very smart. Get those sales up. She did so along with another song featuring Drake and Lil Wayne called Seeing Green. If you don't remember, last week we had a bet going on how high Fractions would chart in its first week. Kels, what's your guess? I said number 7. No higher.
Well, are we going Fractions? Or are we going Seeing Green though?
I'm going Fractions because that's the one.
But I know from the label side, the label side, they're pushing Seeing Green.
I bet they are after they saw how much non-attention Fractions was getting. I bet they are.
But realize you got Drake and you got Wayne's on it, but you got Drake on it. Everything that Drake touches, it goes. And first of all, let's just say that I'm glad Nicki's back, like for real, because Nicki is Nicki. And so I'll give it. I'm gonna say at least give her top 10.
I'm not talking Seeing Green. I'm talking,
and I'm talking Seeing Green. I'm gonna say top 10. Because like she said, it's not like she said, this ain't no TikTok song. It's like she really spitting bars, and that's what for a long time we seen like a lot of the TikTok artists take over the charts and be here, they gone tomorrow. But Nicki and Drake and Wayne like really, really spitting. I think that's what we missed.
Okay, Dex, you're in trouble because he didn't even acknowledge fractions in this situation. You are in trouble.
It doesn't matter, but you know what's crazy though? I want Kelson on this show every single week because literally you do this Nicki Minaj hate. Will and Ty.
Whoa, he does what?
Nicki Minaj hate.
Who does Nicki Minaj hate?
You literally said she's not going. Jason, stop.
I said she'll be 7. That's not nothing bad with 7.
Do I need to put up the group text?
Oof. Look, 7. Look, if you can figure out how to get up on the screen, feel free. But 7, 7 is nothing. But that's not what people were talking about on Friday. Some were talking about her IG live and this amount of sniffling apparently she was doing. Let's look at the video.
Watching the full thing, she explained why she sniffs.
Look, we got the whole story, Kels. You don't got to defend her yet.
Since it's like 5 more minutes left.
Yeah.
So I was telling them that you sent me this record called Seeing Green.
That's right.
What made you think I would sound good on that?
You know, when you're gone, I'm not gonna lie, like I'm sure I speak for everybody in the live when it's like, yo, we really miss you. Like, we really miss your presence, and just like we miss the bars, we miss the excitement that you bring. So it's like, you know, I've been on you lately to just, you know the time it is.
Azalea Banks saw this video, was not at all impressed. She had this to say when she was asked, or actually when she was recorded watching it.
Girl, if you sniffle one more fucking time on this motherfucking line, no, we cannot allow the sis to be sniffling like that. What's going on, sis? That is inappropriate. You're not low. We'll stop sniffling, sis. That shit is not cute no more. Cocaine is not even cocaine no more. Once they locked El Chapo up, bitch, the original formula is gone. Wherever you put it in your nose, baby powder, teething powder, wherever you put it in your nose, please stop putting it in your nose, Nikki. That's not okay. And them titties look like a butt. They look like a fucking butt.
She say that.
She's high on cocaine. That's why.
Nope.
Because it's very clear she's high on cocaine.
She's stuff El Chapo used to sell because she looked like she on something.
She say her things like a butt. That is so rude.
That's crazy levels of hate.
No.
She's always got something negative about somebody. Like the only reason we know about her because she talks about people that's hot and she's not.
So look, I think out of everybody on this panel right now, I'm the only one that's like a real big Nicki Minaj fan.
Yes, you are.
Did you not hear what I said when I first came on?
Not you, but minus the coke.
He don't count you, Kels.
Minus the coke allegations. Azalea didn't lie. Nicki Minaj's breasts looked like when Ellen plays a parody of Nicki Minaj. It didn't look. I don't know. It was.
But then I realized she just had a baby, right? I do realize.
Just had one. Thank you, Kels.
She just had a baby.
For our girl.
Well, how come in the picture
it looks like she just had her nose done, which is probably why she was sniffling.
That was a filter.
Well, how come the picture that she posted promoting this, they didn't look like that?
But think about it. She's Nicki Minaj. She's not gonna come there looking half done. She going looking all the way together.
Well, she didn't look all the way together to me.
I just wish it didn't have the sniffles.
No, I wish it didn't have the sniffles.
If it didn't have the sniffles, it would have been like.
First off, it went on way too long and there was too many sniffles. It's like, bitch, you need a vaccine.
Nikki, for her part, saw all of this commotion, decided to address it.
Yeah, so the topic of the day is me sniffling. First of all, I want to make this so fucking clear to y'all. I ain't never lied about my ass shots. I was the first bitch in the game that wasn't lying about my motherfucking ass shots. Okay. Now, if you're smart, you would know if you're a fan of mine, that all you gotta do if you wanna know my drug of choice or my drugs of choice, just listen to my music, child. I don't know if it's just me, but I wouldn't be embarrassed about any fucking drug I did. That's why I talk about the motherfucking drugs I do in my motherfucking music. Always have, always fucking will.
There you go.
The bridge of that nose is gone. Okay.
what drugs?
Bill, she said she had a filter. Okay, just for clarification, just for clarification, she looks crazy like that because she said she didn't have makeup on, so she put a filter on Instagram.
That's nonsense. She just got that face pulled again, and she just got that nose done. She's got that Liza Minnelli nose, and the bridge of that nose is gone.
See, this is why we can't have Kelson on the show, because he cannot react. He can't react.
I know, it's okay because I can. She is basically out. She's like, she's freaking Lucky Luciano. Like, there is no bridge to that nose. Like,
you know, overall though, like I keep reiterating this. I really do love Nicki, but like I realize after seeing that live, she's not ready for a comeback. Like, you literally talk so much trash about Travis Scott and how he got on with the streams and using Kylie Jenner for clout. You turned around and got on Instagram Live and used Drake for clout. Like, it's literally the same thing. And like, then somebody
they were strong together.
Yeah,
how is she
but you have to realize though, like Nicki Minaj hasn't done a song with Drake in decades, in so long.
No,
because Nicki hasn't done music in so long.
That's not true. Nicki Minaj just came out with an album not too long ago. She's only been on hiatus for 4 months. Like, let's not pretend like Nicki Minaj has been on
like Minaj.
Do you know that there was like drama in the whole Young Money, Cash Money stuff because of with the whole Birdman situation? You know about that part?
Sleepy. I don't want the excuses. You're not ready to be back out. And I love Nicki Minaj, but you're not ready. The fact that she's coming on, she's trying to address people saying that she may be doing cocaine and stuff like that. You're not ready. You're not ready to be out.
She's doing exactly what she's supposed to do. Guess what? Because you're talking about it.
Okay. And she did want to clarify one thing.
But I want to make this clear. So open everybody's ears, listen to your, clean them ears out. I have never, ever in my life, with my hand to Jesus Christ, and y'all know how I feel about my Lord and Savior, never in my life, ever, not even once, sniffed coke.
Period.
You don't have to sniff it when you're freebasing it in your weed.
Come on.
I would never pretend a person's doing coke. So like, I don't like to throw drug allegations on anybody. So I do think that's unnecessary.
All right, moving on. She has stated that she is not doing that, so we'll leave her alone with that. Rapper Mulatto has changed her name to Lotto, singular only, no big in front. I guess the big will still simply be a nickname, but she is now going as Lotto. Kels, as a music executive, how do you feel about this name change? Still in the early part of her career.
Could care less.
I'm gonna go ahead and
have an impact on her career.
Say it again.
Do you think it'll have an impact on her career?
No.
Make her more marketable? No.
I think her reason for wanting to change it because of the negative context. I think the mulatto, gay people. I think it's
right.
I think that makes sense for her. That makes sense. I think it's respectful and good for her. But change it to Lotto. Every time Maryland Lottery, Lord Lotto, like pick 4, 3.
Pick 4, the lottery.
Yeah.
She is of mixed race. Bill, did you have as someone
I
as
still don't even know who this girl is. Okay. Like, I legitimately don't even know who this is.
Okay, I mean that's fair.
You listen to hip hop?
I listen to hip hop, but you are a fan of Nicki Minaj, so we're going to call that hip hop.
Nicki Minaj is hip hop. Don't
you
do that.
Must miss the title Queen of Rap. You must.
She doesn't have a number 1. Queen of Rap, please. Let's next. Next.
So nasty. Police in Los Angeles have. Police in Los Angeles, stay on this rap train, have opened an investigation into T.I. and Tiny over sexual assault and drugging. The woman whose identity is being kept anonymous met with detectives virtually in April, claiming that The assault that she was involved in took place back in 2005. The woman claimed that she was introduced to T.I. and Tiny through a man handing out flyers in the mall, and was later invited out to a club where the couple would be the next night. She then met up with the couple, had a couple of drinks, and then she took a sip of Tiny's Patron, and then was coerced into taking a shower with them. After that, the two moved to a bed where she was told to give T.I. a back rub while Tiny rubbed her naked body, reportedly on her back. She says that her last memory was sitting down on the couch before waking up the next morning with her vagina very sore and had a burning / itching sensation. Last time we saw Tiny was at Versus a couple of weeks ago with Escape. T.I. has been quiet, but he continues to deny the allegations here. We've been reporting on this for a little while now, and it's kind of moving slow. I guess we'll see where things go.
I want to say something. The Tiny song versus that original Tiny picture.
Ain't it different?
I do want to say this sounds familiar. Phaedra, we're hip to you, girl.
But you know what I will say though? I think I believe this girl because that Patron how you doing something.
But we
Speaking of
weren't there. You gotta realize people, they not to say why come on now, but you gotta realize people, they get these parties, get around these celebs, and they be just willing to do any and everything just to be down. So I think at some part it got to be some accountability on their own part. But if they was drugged and not knowing, that's not cool.
Right, I agree.
Yeah.
Me, you mean you want me to take a responsibility for taking tequila shots? And then whatever happened. You want me to take responsibility? God for it. I want you famous. I want you. You're gonna blame it on the famous people.
Did you hear my full statement? Or you missed it from talking?
Oh, you had something meaningful to say.
I already said it. What I was saying is,
I love the tension. It's beautiful.
If you got to be responsible. Like if you know you're going to this place where drugs can be involved. You gotta be mindful. Like I said, if you don't know, that's something totally different.
But if you're taking things and then things happen, you're saying then you should bear some sort of responsibility.
Yeah, or if you go on these parties, have somebody like, yo, watch me, make sure I ain't doing nothing crazy. You know how to look at your lookout partner.
Don't let me be the person to watch you. I'm encourage you to do it.
You hear that? You need to have somebody watch you.
No. Because I'm gonna be the one to encourage you to do it. So don't have me watch you. I'm not the one.
They want to know what you've done drinking Patron.
I wouldn't be up on no celebrity.
Would you say that?
I said, what haven't I done after drinking Patron? Who knows? I don't remember.
We remember. And we'll be glad to tell you.
Move to the next segment.
Speaking of not remembering, Little Romeo had a conversation with Lil Bow Wow over the phone, and they tried to reminisce on possibilities of re-engaging their career with previous hits.
Re-engage.
Yeah, exactly. But that's my thing. You know, I'm here at one call. We always say we're going to do this and that. I think we really got to put some shit together where it's me and you, where it's going to benefit even financially, and then even getting those roses we both deserve, you know?
Yeah, we definitely going to do some shit, bro. It's definitely time. We can talk about that shit for
Yeah.
a minute.
We put in too much work as youngins not to reap the benefits. That's all I'm saying. Rock stars do it all the time. Niggas 80 years old reaping the benefits off some shit 40, 50 years ago.
Absolutely.
So
let's put it together, nigga. We're going to catch up. When I get to LA, I'm going to hit you.
Okay.
We're going to pull up. We're going to wrap it up. We're going to do what we do, my nigga.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it for real this time. No, the world may end next year, my nigga.
Yeah, you never know. You motherfucker right. At the rate we going.
Bow Wow was trying to get off that phone call by any means necessary.
Like you don't seem like that interested. That's not happening.
Listen, they sound like two people. You know the person that like get real drunk and be like, "We gonna make it." Give me like a year. We gonna make. They sound like that, and they also sound like that cousin that you just met that you ain't seen since you was like 3. Cause we gotta do something. No, we're not. No, we're not.
I'm not doing this music with Vernon. Like, it's not happening. Like, he gave you all the clues. Yeah, we're gonna do it this time. The world might end. He's like, yeah, I got you. Next time in LA, you probably in LA right now.
I don't think like the whole verse between Romeo and Bow Wow. That's not a good match. I honestly had to Google Romeo songs because I don't remember any of his songs. But like, come on, Lil Bow Wow had hits,
right,
back for years.
For years.
Hits.
No, that's not a That's not a good comparison.
Someone said maybe they was planning a backpack drive or something like that for kids.
Yeah, that's not. It's not. I didn't think it would make a good versus. I don't.
Yeah.
Jesus, what song did Lil Romeo have?
My point is, I had to Google. Like I just Googled it on my phone. Like, and I've never heard none of these.
You heard that ICDC College though. That's the one he's gonna play.
I don't even know that. I know Lil Romeo from Masterpiece Son, and doing growing up hip hop.
And you're a program director for a radio station.
That's why he's not doing this. That's why he's not doing none of this stuff with him. He's like, oh yeah, we put in too much work. No, I put in too much work. Like, I don't know what you were doing.
My baby.
It's always the person who has nothing to talk about that's talking about we need our roses. What roses do you need, brother? Like,
he said,
don't sleep on Romeo. Romeo, he did a lot in like the music and film world with his dad, with his dad and everything. That we can't not like he done nothing.
What's the films?
How old are you? 12?
Name 2 Lil Romeo films.
I said him and his father. Listen carefully.
No, I know that. Please name Little Romeo's films.
Just Google when you're googling Nick Minaj knows. Google that.
And after you Google Lil Romeo's hit song, you can Google his IMDb page, I guess, and figure out what that is.
Take a look at that.
All right. Well, thank you, Kels, for joining us. We appreciate you joining us, man.
Appreciate y'all. June 7th.
Yeah, check out the book one more time. Tell us where they can find it. Purposepublishing.com.
Listen carefully. I'm going to give you 2 ways. Purposepublishingcompany.com/Kelson, or on my Instagram or Twitter @Urban Informer. I have the link right there in the bio.
Absolutely. Pre-ordered.
Are you signing books, Kels? Are you?
I am. Yep.
Will you want to sign book?
Absolutely. Why wouldn't I?
Okay.
Yes.
Well, make that arrangement.
You got some good feedback. People saying you killed my whole cast. So congratulations.
You were so nasty and
so nasty. It's so nasty.
So nasty, guys.
That means you guys are having me back then, huh?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Fit right in. Just the 2 of us available June 7th. Thanks, Kels. We'll talk to you later, brother.
No, thanks, y'all.
All right. Have a good one. All right. So it is now time, guys, for Q and A.
I got a question.
I told Kelson that I would have him on like for a half an hour, maybe at most. And it's been 55 minutes.
We're so terrible with timing on the show. It doesn't even make any sense.
So awful.
That's why
we can never have guests. This is exactly why.
Just so nasty in Baltimore.
Yeah, that's where I get it from. My mentor. All right, here we go. The questions.
All right, it's time for Q&A. Our subjects today. He-Man Woman Haters Club.
Okay.
All right. B, aka BF.
A lot of letters.
My lord. The 3 S's. What's your people in the letters this week? Karma Stuckley. Ooh, this might
get away from that.
I'm telling you.
Look at Dexter's face.
It just seems a little shady to me.
Very shady. I don't like it. Let's do that one.
All right, here we go. I just named that. It seemed like Dex wrote it.
Do you guys believe in karma? Wanted to name my daughter Karma, but my wife is against it because she thinks karma is a real thing. I don't believe in it. Have y'all ever experienced karma?
You feel like I would write that?
He absolutely did.
100%.
Well, let me tell you something. My family has a very long-standing tradition where our names and our kids' names have to be with a D or a J. So a K, karma would absolutely not be it. Furthermore, I strongly believe in karma, and I have since my first year of college. And the reason behind that is because, quick story, I I was the president of HRT, and the reason I became president is because
what's HRT?
Hotel, Restaurant, and Tourism in George Washington High School. And the reason I became the president for that is because it was me and another guy, and I knew that they would give you a scholarship to college if you became the president. So I was like, oh, I want to be the president. It was me and this other guy. Statute of limitations here. It was me and this other guy, and I was like, okay. And I know the woman who decided who the president's going to be, April Sutler, Ty and Will. Y'all know her too.
Come on.
I said to her, I said, like this person who I still know, like just check on him here and there because like I know him and his girlfriend have had some physical altercations. I don't know much about it, but I've heard that in high school. Yep, I've heard that that's happened. And then the next couple weeks, she picked me to be the president. I got that full scholarship to go to college. Karma bit me. And what happened was that very first semester, you have to keep a certain grade point average and all that stuff. My very first semester at Link University, I got an F in the class and was on academic probation. Karma is very real. And I lost my scholarship. Karma is a real thing. Yeah, I don't know like why you want to name your child that, but believe in it. It's real. And it happened to me.
There you go. I'm gonna say I don't necessarily believe in karma. I believe things, come back around, but I don't believe in the absolute of it because, sometimes I do something good for somebody else and nothing else comes my way. So I can't say it's absolute. So I can't say I believe in it.
I had a full scholarship to college and lost it in the very first 4 months. I lost a full scholarship in 4 months.
That's why I can't believe it.
That's because you was a goddamn fool.
Yeah, karma's not always negative though either. I guess it sometimes has a negative connotation because the way people use it, but karma is not negative.
No, that's what I was saying. I did something good for someone, and then I got nothing back.
No, I'm just talking directly to the person.
Okay.
I don't want to name my child Karma because of that, but karma is not negative per se. But you can name your child Carmen and move on.
Yeah, I'm about to say I'm not naming my child Karma because I think that is a stupid name. It's okay to be like, no, that's a name. And name your child something that has a wee bit more meaning to you and homegirl. Like you don't have to be like me. It's a dumbass name.
All right, let's do either the 3 S's or He-Man Woman Haters Club.
I'm not doing them He-Mans because I can't take them people.
Well, whatever one you choose is the one that's going to be. So
okay,
pick one.
Let's do that one.
What's the record for most days you've gone without changing underwear? My boyfriend says it's not uncommon to wear underwear for 2 days in a row. Thoughts? Is there a determining factor? Stains, skid marks.
Dang!
That's the 3 S's: stains, skid marks, and smell.
That needs to be the name of this show: stains, skid marks, and smell.
I've never gone more than 1 day. I've never
gone more than 1 day.
No.
Latoya said, "Okay, good night."
Well, I am in the United States. I'm gonna make this clear. Sometimes when we are out in the field or deployed, you don't always have the chance to shower.
Here we go. All right.
No, seriously, this is
what's your PR?
Huh?
What's your PR? What's your personal record?
14 days.
14 days. Where
did you have skid marks and all that?
Because I can't disclose where we were, like our location, but we were out in the fields with God. You hear me? Okay.
But I think that's a different circumstance.
That is, yeah.
Sitting around your house and letting your ass just like mellow in whatever the hell you got going on.
Sweating in that stuff. 14 days is a long time.
I think if you think so, like whatever.
You think so, but when you're running down the damn hill from the Taliban, you ain't got time to change. Get on the good foot. Okay.
That's a different circumstance. You can't count those types of circumstances. I'm just talking about you're in the city, you got running water, you got a couple pairs of drawers, hopefully, and you just didn't change them because you didn't feel like it.
Dex, what's your PR?
I mean, during quarantine, it wasn't really a thing for me at all. Like why are y'all wearing underwear?
Oh, you just didn't wear it?
No, not during quarantine.
Yeah, that's
your bare ass on your couch.
I've gone more than 1 day
and stuff like that. But like, if I'm staying home and working and stuff like that, like, I mean, if I use the bathroom, obviously I'm going to shower afterwards. But like, I'm not putting on underwear every day.
I feel weird if I don't put underwear on. That's
well, it's a little weird when you go in the Giant to get a money order, and then these kids be walking around. You'd be like, "Oh, I probably should put underwear on." But Like honestly, like after quarantine, like you guys know, obviously I work. She knows. Obviously, like in quarantine, it was just kind of one of those things where it's just not necessary every day. And then like I've gotten to a routine where like I don't feel like I need to always wear them.
I think my personal record might be 2 days. I don't think I've gone past 2, especially since I've hit puberty. You know, before puberty, all bets are off. You know, I was probably wearing the same underwear for weeks. But yeah, since puberty, I'm a changed man.
That was you with them stains, skid marks, and skin. That was you. You.
The 3 S's.
I just realized that I'm not ever going to Dex's house. He got balls all over everything.
I wear shorts. Like I don't walk around like with no clothes on. I wear shorts and stuff like that. But like I don't like to do laundry, so I'm not gonna be putting.
You know them shorts. Basketball shorts got them little holes, like them little.
Like I literally just got 4 text messages that said stop talking. So let's move on.
Your balls be going through them little holes, Dex. That's nasty.
Stop talking.
Jason and Company.
All right, time for Jason and Company. I didn't have time to keep going. We're going to go ahead and just move right into Back in the Day.
Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. Back in the day.
Warren released some of her DNA results that show a strong likelihood that she does have Native American roots.
How much? 1,000?
Do you owe her an apology?
No, I don't.
What about the money that
I owe her? She owes the country an apology. What's the percentage? 1,000?
I don't have the exact numbers.
Tell me when you have the percentage. Tell me what.
What about the money that you told her you would?
You mean if she gets the nomination in a debate where I was going to have her tested? I'll only do it if I can test her personally. Okay, that will not be something I enjoy doing either.
All right, where we going with?
2018. I know that because
definitely 18.
We talked about it right here on Bro Talk Live. We start calling her Pocahontas for the first
time.
I
love that moment. And you know what's crazy is I think he was spot on with them numbers too.
He was the craziest thing was he was being facetious and it happened to be spot on. That I know for sure was 18. He was like, what do you think? It's 1,000 Pocahontas. It's 1,000. And they were like, "Oh, the results are
you don't got a
Native American."
She got about 3 drops of Native American blood.
Vance has a good point. I did hate that white ass USA hat that he used to wear just as much as that red hat. The white hat never caught on, but that white hat was given like retirement, not taking a bath, not bathing, staying in the same underwear for weeks.
Retirement and depends.
It's very disgusting. You guys are absolutely right. 2018 was the year that happened. So year 2.
Pocahontas.
I'm going to go ahead and say that we miss Sweet Daddy Drum.
I'm only doing this for a year. I'm not doing this after next year. Starting to run out, frankly. 52 weeks is a lot. What makes you seethe more? We have contestant number 1, and you'll see what I'm talking about by seethe once you see the end of this video.
Твое! Да, моя. Что в пакете? Не знаю. Что это? Не знаю. Что это? Не знаю. Открой.
Ура! Have Paris cops kidnap you, hold you up against the car with machine guns pointed to your head, just so you can propose.
Those were like M4s. What was that? What was that little Chewbacca noise he did at the end? Can we get that?
That would be that marriage proposal would have warranted a smooth no from me. No from me, dog. There's something wrong with you. There's no one trapped in a relationship with you.
Absolutely, I agree with Ty.
Does that make you see more than this, though? The picture of a pregnant woman proposing on the beach to her man and him looking aghast.
I don't like that hand over his mouth. That's one thing I got a problem with.
Aghast at a ghastly nature.
Yeah, you can stop that now.
What makes you see more, the pregnant proposal or the cop proposal where you could have
That's her business on her knees looking crazy. That cop proposal is a no. Like that relationship's over. He's crazy. You better run, girl. Show some. Oh my God! Like no, run.
Saying the cop proposal is worse.
I disagree. Look, white people can do whatever they want to do. If y'all think that's cute to do stuff like that, then y'all go right ahead on and do that. But you got this woman pregnant, and you thought it was cute for her to get on her knees and propose.
She thought it was cute, Dex. She thought it was cute. He didn't look at him.
You know what? Josh is crazy.
No idea.
All these guys are exactly the same. They do this thing where they're like, "Oh my gosh," to kick their leg up and all that stuff like that. Why? Like, come on.
I would just tell them to get up.
These women, stop proposing to men with rings. We don't want no ring. Get me a Rolex. Get me something.
Hold on. You hold on to the Rolex. I can tell my own time. Get me a Rolls Royce.
Okay.
Like, stop proposing to me with a little dainty ass ring. I don't want that. What am I going to do with that? No, I don't want that.
This woman is literally holding the baby inside of her vagina so the baby won't fall out on the fucking beach, and she's proposing to this man. This is disgusting to me. And then there's some idiot that decided this is a good idea for me to stand here and take a picture of this woman proposing to this man want to be a woman. Like, this is disgusting.
This is disgusting.
Equality, Dex, equality.
And if you did propose to me, don't film or photograph the no that I'm about to tell you.
He didn't say no. He said, I need a place to live, so I'm going to say yes.
You think he put his hand out like that? So she could
you know he did. And then every chance he looked, he was just like.
He was on the Instagram the next day, like, taken.
And he was taking Instagram videos, like, eating, like.
Oh my God, he got his nails cut the next day and was driving in his car, and then it was like, y'all see my nails?
Isn't that what all gay people do? That little thing.
If any of my friends who are males, I'm talking to you, got proposed to by a woman and they thought it was cute, I promise you, not only am I not coming to your wedding, but I'm dragging you every chance I get. And when you see me post this, it's about you.
Let me tell you something. I don't give a damn if I marry a tree. You will have your antennas at that wedding. I don't give a damn. You hear me?
Get proposed.
You know what I'm about to say? I don't care who or what you're marrying. If you invite me to a wedding and I can drink, I'm going.
I'm going to be there. You hear me?
I'm just going to be there.
What hurt more in this category? We have a pickup truck that's somehow stuck on a sign. I don't know how to describe it. Wait till the end, though.
Almost. Keep going. You got it. Keep going. There we go.
Dex totally missed it because he was on his phone, so I guess I'll have to replay it again for Dex.
Almost. Keep going. You got it. Keep going. There we go.
What was that came out of the car?
The airbag. The airbag.
You know what's crazy?
The airbag fell off the car?
No, his hat.
That was his Make America Great. That was his MAGA hat.
It was a red hat. No.
That was a strong.
Almost.
Oh, it looks like a black guy.
Almost. Keep going. You got it. Keep going. There we go.
Oh, shit. Oh, you should have called someone that had that handle, because now the car is total. Like, you actually could have saved that.
His face is total.
For that. And now all this is gone.
All of that is gone. How do you get up there? How do you get in that predicament?
Being dumb, worried, minding somebody else's business, like the Karens and Kens always do.
How did he get in? I just wonder how he got up this high.
Almost. Keep going. You got it. Keep going. There we go.
I just don't know how he got that
Wrong
high.
truck though. What type of truck is that?
That's the F-150.
A MAGA truck.
MAGA truck.
A MAGA truck, and his MAGA hat flew out, and it messed up his MAGA face.
Thank you. There we go. Thank you so much. Did that hurt more than this?
Right in the kisser. Show that knight who's boss. Oh God.
I actually remember that was Amazing Race.
That was Amazing
I
Race.
watched that episode happen, and I gagged so hard because I thought she was going to be.
Was that a watermelon? Was that a
No,
watermelon?
It was a watermelon.
That was a watermelon. She did not die.
Because look, watermelons ain't for everybody.
She said she had like a slight bruise and a headache.
You should have stuck to your mangoes. That's for y'all, not for that's.
Usually, the mangoes are not for them.
Well, what they get? Apples.
There you go. That's a nice American fruit.
They stuck to your apple.
No.
Airbag or watermelon to the face. We got to pick one.
Airbag.
Watermelon. The girl was dead.
No, the watermelon has to be worse.
And then not only was the watermelon bad, but she was on national TV with the watermelon. That's terrible.
But that airbag really took him out, though.
It snatched his whole face off. It
He
said
came down and was bouncing from the fall from the car.
Yeah, but that hat was
like
red.
this, and that airbag took that neck out. You had no stability.
Yeah, but the hat was red. And anytime somebody wears a red hat, I don't care what the hat says on it, you're a MAGA supporter.
Oh.
Hey, Dex, what color your hat?
Yeah, y'all both have on red hat.
He's a MAGA supporter.
Y'all both MAGA supporters.
I'm going to this weekend.
It ain't shocking.
Okay, it's not surprising. Okay,
It was all Sweet Daddy supporters.
you better know it. We miss Sweet Daddy.
All right, and last one. Who should CPS come see first? CPS being Child Protective Services in this situation. Contestant number 1.
Can't believe that shit. Motherfuckers fucked up, OG.
Man, that's fucked up.
I'd be fucked up if that was my daddy, you hear me? Motherfucker.
Man, he would have been charged with that too.
Oh, for real, huh?
Yeah, that's fucked up, man. What the fuck are you smoking?
On me, on that shit?
Yeah, I'm pointing over here. I'm pointing your baby on top, and he steady going and shit like, damn, man.
These niggas,
Oh, that's a newborn. How can you forget shit like
on
that?
me. Niggas.
There you go.
What a motherfucking what?
He throws that thing in that back. He didn't even strap it in.
He throws the fucking baby in and doesn't even strap in the car seat. You might as well left the baby up there. What?
He said that's my sister baby and shit.
If that was my kid, like you're dead. Like I promise you, you're dead.
Hey, let me tell y'all something. I don't even know if I can say that. Never mind. I'll tell y'all after the show.
But
I know
that's when that murder's happening.
I know one thing. My Haley's dad better not. Okay. Okay. I stomped his damn head out for less.
Okay. CPS on this person.
Wait.
So
First First I was like, damn, that house is dirty. Then I said, why little man built like? He said, Mom, you okay? Who did it? Like, he's okay.
Mom, you okay, Mom? What's going on?
I'm so weak.
Now,
He
that's
was coming to the fight next. He was coming to the shoot.
He came in there like, what's up? What's up?
All right.
Listen, I can't tell people what they do in their house, but the babies are safe. She picked herself up though.
There we go. All right. We're running behind as usual. We have another surprise guest coming up a little bit in about 5 or 6 minutes here. But first, we have to get to Dex's BS report. I'm sorry, special guest, but you know how we do as usual. We late.
He is who he is.
Dex, very hard.
I don't know that one.
Is that Viscera?
Oh!
I didn't even think about Viscera.
You must have Shazam that, Dex.
No, I swear to God, I did not. I'm on the Facebook watch with the people. I didn't Shazam.
Yeah, I
remember Viscera had this.
Ty,
shut the fuck up.
I didn't even think about
that. That was good. You called it.
Viscera crazy, but you know, it just came to me.
It just came to you. Viscera also passed away, guys. All right, so next BS report. I'm going to do 3 stories. Can I just say some of them real quick? So I watch a lot of wrestling from the year of 2000, 2001, right? And I watched the Royal Rumble from 2001 the other day. Literally everybody in that match is dead. And like, it doesn't make it sad. All right, so Dex's BS report. I told 3 stories. 2 stories are true. 1 story is false. All right, so the first...
They be shooting them up like them racehorses. That's why they be dying. Shooting them up, man.
I would pump them.
Airlines are reportedly considering weighing passengers to avoid anyone over. Airlines are considering avoid.
Oh, girl.
Ooh.
He can't read. Listen, wait. I told you on the beginning of the show he couldn't read worth a damn.
It's not the reading. It's this red cup. What in there? Okay, so look. Airlines are considering weighing passengers to avoid anyone overweight, like going into flights or whatever, because they said that the flights could be overloaded and crash. And a lot of people are jumping onto flights now because, you know, the pandemic is ending or whatever. And, you know, you guys book your flights to Mexico. But like, anyway, like they're saying they're going to probably try to weigh people just to make sure they're not over capacitating the flight. All right, so during the summer, you guys, if you go outside, you may notice some dryer sheets in your mailbox. That is because mail people put dryer sheets in the mailbox to make sure that, you know, bugs don't go into the mailbox and sting them, like wasp and whatnot. So they put those in there to make sure that when they stick their hands in, they're not sticking their hands to get anything crazy. There's a woman in New York who is running.
Sorry, what?
There's a woman in New York who's running 285 miles in a wedding dress to bring awareness to narcissism. She's saying that people say narcissistic behavior is a really bad thing and whatever. And she said it's not. And I want to put this wedding dress on and run through New York City to raise awareness for people who feel that they're better than other people. All right, guys, what's true? What's a lie?
That New York City is definitely true because that's what those kind of people do.
I know ain't no mail people putting no dry sheets in nobody's mailboxes. Just know.
You know how? Because the mail people barely want to put the damn mail in there.
They might be tired of dry sheets to their hands, but they're not leaving them in nobody's mailbox. I can guarantee you that.
I believe the mailbox story. So I do. That sounds like some stuff they would do here in Glenside, PA. Shit. I mean, shucks.
Shucks.
Number 1 is the lie. That means I forgot what number 1 was.
That offends me. Number 1 is, how do you forget number 1? I couldn't even get it out. It's airlines weighing passengers before they.
I don't think that's happening.
That's true.
If anything, they would have to do it for like those people that's a little wider and they need 2 seats. Why would they need to? Maybe I don't know.
They don't. Ty, just know you're gonna have to probably shed a couple before you go to Dexco.
I'm not shedding nothing.
Okay, you're gonna get that winter body.
Okay. I'm not shedding nothing.
The lie is the last one. The wedding dress. Like there is nobody running through 285 miles through New York City to raise awareness for narcissism. They're raising awareness for narcissistic domestic abuse. So that's
the same thing. That's the
That's
technicality.
the same thing.
No, you lost.
No. Let me tell you. The story I presented to y'all was that they were running to appease and applaud.
We barely listened to you. We can't tell what the hell you were saying. We chose that one and we was right.
Pay attention.
All the stories the same. But I told you the dryer sheet thing.
And that's what he meant by he does crazy things for shots of Patron.
Did have Patron tonight too, y'all.
Do you have any dryer sheets in your mailbox?
Well, I live in an apartment, so my mail people throw that shit on the ground. They be like, sort it out. Figure it out. You know your name.
Quickly.
I just thank you guys for waiting this long for us to do this. But this is the part of the show where we just have to sit people down.
Don't feel churchy.
Because they are just doing too much. So, do we have seats this week, dudes?
I do have. Can I go first?
Yes.
Absolutely, of course.
All right. So the other day I was having a conversation with someone who I work with, and they were like, I see that you're doing the Patty the Millennials podcast, but I don't understand why you're doing that when you're not a millennial. I'm like, oh, no, I am a millennial. I'm 33 years old. They're like, yeah, but like you've aged out of being a millennial.
Ooh.
It's like,
aged out?
No. That's not how you don't age out of your generation. And y'all, they were so adamant with me, and they're like, yes, you do age out of it, this, that, and the third. And I'm like, so at some point I'll become a baby boomer? They're like, yeah, when you reach that age. And I was like, okay, so like when do you finish like aging out? And they say, when you die. And I'm like, seated. You're stupid. Like that is so dumb to me.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. So they think like ages 27 to 32 is millennial.
Uh-huh. So basically, whenever you look at it and it tells you the age range or whatever, they think when you're that age, that's your generation.
Why am I cursing?
So the kids who are born right now, they don't exist. They're nothing.
They're stupid. Like I hate meeting like people pretend to be stupid because it's funny. Like I hate meeting people who are like actually stupid. And I'm like,
wait, Ty, which one am I? So I pretend
you're a buffoon who pretends to be stupid. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you.
All right, I don't have a seat. Bill, do you have one?
I do actually. So I have to figure out how to tell this story.
Oh, make it quick.
That was very nasty. You came to work unprepared. So my story is, I need to understand how. First of all, my first question is, how are people having phones and how are people on Instagram while you're in jail? So the backstory to this is, somebody's in jail, follow me on Instagram, and then asked me for money to put on their books. Funds. You're asking me to fund your life while you're locked up. You're a slave. I'm about to fund a slave. The Africans are funded for 85 cents a day. You're a slave in America. You want me to fund you? How'd you even get a phone? What prison are you in so I can call the warden and see what's going on over there?
Why would you call them a slave?
According to the 13th Amendment.
Prisoners are slaves. Now I want people to understand that there's nothing cool about going to jail and becoming a slave. Because by Constitution, that's exactly what you are, a slave.
And NBA YoungBoy looks like he's enjoying himself in jail.
I think it would make it. I think it would make it less appealing if you realize that you're just going back.
For a slave.
Oh, something's happening over there, Bill. Is that you?
It's like
yeah, it's giving Bill.
America never really lost their slaves. There are just as many slaves in jail now as there were back in the yeah. So, anywho, thank you, William, for that.
Ty, your go. I'm going to mute Bill. There we go. Okay.
Yeah, I was trying to wait for this feedback. I'm going to be really quick with my seat. I did have a couple seats, but I'm just going to give one. So I had a friend who I felt was going through a hard time and asked me to meet him and hang out with him. And I said, you know what? I didn't really feel like it because I was tired and had a lot going on. But I said, I really need to be there for my friend. And so I got dressed and I got ready and I'm like sitting like by the door like an idiot. My friend never shows up. I'm like, do you want me to meet you at your house or do you want to come here? And my friend is like, oh, I'm going to come here. I'm going to come to your house. I'm like, oh, okay. This guy never shows up, like, at all. And then he texts me like 3 o'clock in the morning, like, oh, I'm just waking up. I'm like, well, why are you going to sleep if you knew you were supposed to come to my house? Like, you have to go to sleep to wake up.
Yeah.
So I was really upset with William. I mean, my friend.
Exactly. We knew exactly who that was.
Like, who does that?
We knew exactly who that was by what you were describing. As soon as you said sleep,
next week, I will save for Apple, and they're ridiculous people who are supposed to be helping you. But we'll save that for next week. So tune in for that.
Can I just say real quick that Woodard Rashika is in the comments, and she said that my cousin got a turkey leg from jail and posted it. We're related. We are related, and that was actually a news story in Mississippi. Like, it was a big deal too.
So that was your cousin too?
That's my cousin. Yeah, I people never believe me when I tell that story, and I'm glad I have somebody else to like back me up. That happened.
Oh, so you knew you were related to Woodard?
Yeah, it's my cousin.
Oh, okay. I thought you just discovered here on Facebook.
But she wasn't the one that was in jail, though. It was another one of our cousins, and that was a big story in Mississippi, like that, because it was like, how did he get this? It was, and he had a turkey leg eating it like it was no big deal.
He was doing a lot in jail. Like, there's something going on with the jailhouse. That it's a lot going on in there. Like, I think y'all need to stay out of there. I don't think it's cool anymore.
Well, when he's in jail, it's cool.
One of my cousins went to jail too. Don't call me. Like, when you're in jail, you're dead to me.
So mean. So rude. That's when they need the most support.
Look, Jason,
don't call me until you've been. I tell everybody, don't call me until you've been out of jail for at least a year.
But Jason, when they get out of jail, we throw them a parade. We get them out.
Not me, because they get to signing your address on them little forms. Next, you know, they got to stay with you. Like, don't call me until you've been out of jail for at least a year. I don't know you.
Home away from home.
That was sweet.
Using my suburban address is no halfway house. Keep it.
With doing this show, we are often afforded opportunities to showcase our friends a bit, and that is the case once again today because we have our homegirl Be Free back in the building.
Hey, it's ridiculously hard to be backstage listening to all of this go on. I'm like between like you're a slave and they don't call me after a year. Like I can't contain myself. But hi, hey y'all.
Oh, how are you?
I'm fine and dandy. It's so good to see you guys. I don't think I've virtually been on Bro Talk Live since 2013.
Damn, really? It's been that long.
Yeah,
another apology, because I said we didn't have women on for quite some time. Be Free was definitely one of the women that were on, and she premiered a music video. Yep. And she's also going to premiere some music tonight, so we're really excited about that.
Yeah. So this is some landmark stuff going on here.
JC said I stole your thunder.
No, you did good. You did a good job. You saw me perking up, right? She has a new single out called "Hate to Love." She just released it last week now?
Last week Tuesday. Yep, 1 week from today.
And yes, it's a great song. We're going to play it for you a little bit later.
Thank you.
Tell the people a little bit about the song and what makes this different from what you've done in the past.
So, so the last time I did anything formal, I guess you would say, as the music people call it, was 2016. That was with my sophomore album, Ode to a Love Affair. And I actually worked on that, putting that out there for 2 years after its release. Like, people give up on albums too quickly. You know what I mean? Especially as independent artists. Like, I get it that you want to keep things moving and shaking, but I am not a popcorn artist. You know what I mean? Like, if I have a good body of work, everybody gonna hear that body of work who ain't never had their body of work before. You know? So 2017, 2018, I spent a lot of time just pushing that out there, which opened up some like doors for me for performances. You know, I got to open up for Janelle Monáe when she came to her Milwaukee tour stop in 2018. So that was really cool. Big dream of mine. And ever since then, it's just been a lot of transitioning, a lot of writing, and a lot of kind of reestablishing my artistic presence. You know, I feel like everybody kind of has this idea of me as this R&B neo soul thing, and that's cool because that is where like my niche is. However, the last few years I have been absorbing so much creatively. I've been listening to like Flying Lotus and Kaytranada and some Smino, and I listen to trap too. Like I got my hands all over everything. So I knew my next project, when I came out with it, I wanted it to be just a little bit off course. And I feel like this song is the perfect way to kind of reestablish people's musical palette for me. Like it's a house song. It's a upbeat summer tune, and more importantly, this is my first time ever working with a national record. That was a great slide in, right on time. I was gonna say this is my first time working with a national recording artist. Everybody was kind of in the same boat during the pandemic, whether you were an indie artist or a mainstream artist, and it really opened up the doors of communication for a lot of us. And this particular artist, Duran Bernard, is one of my favorite singers of all. He's actually a well-known singer in the Los Angeles world. He sings backup for Erykah Badu, and he is best friends with Ari Lennox. Like he got this whole vibe. But he put out a call to action last summer for people to send, like, y'all just send me some stuff. We in the house. I was like, oh, okay. So I shot my musical shot. I was like, hey, I'm a producer, I'm a singer, I do this and do that. And it kind of just took off from there unexpectedly. So I was not expecting him to answer at all, but he did. And this song, when I gave it to him, it was unfinished. Like I had the beat and everything, but I didn't have the second verse until I knew he was going to be on it. So when I found out we were going to do something, I wrote the second verse to be in his voicing. So it was a whole new experience for me all across the board. And the song in particular, like its content is different. Like everybody can write about love. I can write a love song down, but I was like, let me talk about something real. And the song is about jealousy. Everybody feels it. Everybody experiences it to some degree. And this is a song that kind of explores each of those facets head on, being someone who is jealous of someone else, receiving jealousy or hate from someone else. And then the bridge kind of brings it all together with the realization, like, I can do my thing and you can do yours. Like, there's definitely room and lanes for everybody to get by. Like, we don't have to tear each other down to win. Everybody can shine. So
everybody can eat. That's right.
Everybody can eat, right? So it's a nice way of taking on social topics, but to the vibe of a house groove,
And it's summertime, and we're gonna get the party rocking.
Yes,
Do you want to say hi, Bill?
Absolutely.
I do. Listen, I have a very, very funny story about beef.
Oh, we don't got time for no stories, Bill. Come on. Tell it off air.
I will tell it off air.
We gotta get to this video.
All I'm going to say is it involves Thanksgiving in Brittany and Philly. That's
oh my God. Yeah, tell it off air.
You guys have anything else to say before we go? Because we're going to close out the show with this video.
Congratulations, Brittany. I enjoy all of your music. I tag people that I know. I just want you to keep grinding.
It's so good.
No, it's just I really do love this single, and like I really, really, really love the fact your parodies that you do on Instagram where you sing other people's, like other artists' songs or whatever. She just did one about Ashanti. You guys might have saw it in my story. It was incredible. I'm so grateful for you to be here again, and I want you to come back.
Yeah, those are my free mixes. Yeah, I have my whole Instagram page is full of me making a cappella renditions and remakes of other people's songs.
And plug your Patreon real quick.
Come on, you guys. Everything that I'm doing behind the scenes, my Patreon community gets it first. They actually get to choose which free mix I do once a month. So there's a lot of growing power with that. And I also have a tier. They get an exclusive vlog series that's called B-Sides Behind the Music. So I kind of did my own VH1 thing. And I'm going through every single song that I've ever created from the beginning of my production time, starting from blank. I actually wrote Blank while I was in Lincoln, ironically. So they get that whole exclusive episode from beginning to end of how I produce things, wrote it, everything. So patreon.com/B2music. That's pretty much all of my website, social medias, everything. Just if you type in Be Free to Music on Google, all my stuff come up. So
I feel blank. Ty, you have something to say? I saw you trying to get in there.
Yeah, we love Be Free around here.
Thanks, guys.
We go way back to Lincoln.
Mm-hmm.
She's always been such a great spirit. She's always been so
you.
talented, but not one of those talented people that irritate you like William. But like, no, I'm just kidding. But we appreciate you, and we're really happy you're here, and we're really excited about everything you're doing.
I appreciate it, and congrats to you guys for going so long with this, man. It's been amazing.
We're gonna get hired someday. For Dex, for Ty, for Bill, for Be Free, this has been another edition of Bro Talk Live. Here is Be Free's new song called Hate to Love.
Give me this feeling that you ain't that kind. I be a little jealous, cause you see me. And I be the ending, beginning of everything in between. Cause every time, every place that I see your face, it's always reminding me. And somebody else is always trying to hate me. No matter what you do or where you go, I'll always be the one you see. Cause I do it better than you do whatever, and I'ma be the one to be.